Okay, okay. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. So just know the end of October. This is just a heads up for everyone. The end. Look, it's brother Tariq. The end of October. The end of October, ladies and gents. The end of October, beginning of November, somewhere around that time frame. Setting up a trip. First Hidden Wealth Society trip, right? Just know, just know we're setting up the trip. So prepare your minds for it. Prepare your minds for it. Tomorrow, we're going to do the online pre-pro trader event. If you haven't yet, at the end of the call, we'll get you all the information for that. Then we're doing a pro trader in July. So all the events are set up. Pre-pro trader tomorrow, pro trader July, travel to get with everybody have fun, right? And of course, have a few classes with some of the educators, right? The end of October, beginning of November, right? Prepare yourself. Get your passports ready. Don't say I didn't tell you. Get your passports ready. We'll have a good time. And this is going to be coming out of my pocket. Danielle Dunn, with this, you there? Can you unmute? Sister Dunn? Okay, this is our CFO, y'all. Danielle, we're going to make sure that we put aside the top student. Their trip, their whole travel is going to be taken care of. The top student, the number one student.
One student, got it.
Number one student. So the number one student, when we launch on May 1st, we're going to be able to keep a track of who's doing what, right? So the student with the most points, y'all going to learn about all that because we have a point system in the back office, all that good old stuff. Let's go! The number one student, their trip is going to be totally paid for. All we ask is that you have your passport. Just have your passport. Who like that? Who excited about that? Y'all don't even know where we're going, but you're going to need a passport so you know it's somewhere out the country. And all you got to do is do what you're paid to do, right? You're paying for a service, use the service. Use the service the most, you do it the best, use the service the best, you get a free trip that's paid for. Just have your passport. Whew. We starting this thing off right. I'm super excited for each and every one of you all. The individual I'm about to introduce, she is a queen amongst queens. She is a shining star. This individual I met years ago, and she was walking around trying to figure things out, didn't believe in herself. I say, sister, you got the it factor. You got it. All you do is plug in, stay focused, find that passion, and go with it. And guess what? She didn't play with it. She is a single mother. She is a business owner, traditional business owner, a digital business owner. She is a coach that has been featured in many publications, including CNBC, when it comes to money. You probably know on Instagram as the Bougie Banker, right? I know his little sister Raquel Curtis, right? But more importantly, she's definitely traveling, been to different seminars, getting coached in different places, and now she is the coach. Just had a great event a few months ago that she invited me to, and I enjoyed myself, and people got so much value there. And man, now she decided to bring the value to Hidden Wealth Society on our great stage and provide the value to the society like no other. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce you all to some and reintroduce to everybody my sister, Raquel the Bougie Banker Curtis. The call's yours, sister.
Hey everybody, thank you, Akil, for that warm introduction. This is amazing. I'm so excited for the Hidden Wealth Society, everything that you are bringing to the platform. When I met Akil, y'all, he told y'all that I didn't even believe in myself. That is an understatement. We were really struggling when I met Akil. I didn't see the light that many people saw in me, and he was the one to really pull me aside and tell me what I needed to do and really encourage me and motivated me. So I really don't think that I would even be in the headspace that I'm in today had I not had someone like Akil or even Akil himself around me. He is an absolutely amazing person. Anyone who's connected to him is going to grow. He will always pour into you more than you can possibly pour into yourself. He is just that dope of a person. So Akil, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. That was amazing. All right, y'all. I hope y'all are ready to have some honesty time with yourself. I'm going to give an introduction of myself, of course, but in short, what I do is I'm a money management coach, right? And so on this call, we are going to work together. I don't know, I guess we're doing communication and chat today. So we're going to have a workshop together. And I want you guys to do a lot of self-discovery. I want you guys to do a lot of deep digging, because I'm a firm believer that in any capacity, whether it is investing, whether it is your credit, whether it is business, if you do not heal the underlayers of what's going on with you and your relationship with money, nothing else is going to be able to build upon that. So this is my baby. I'm like your first coach, guys. I'm like your first teacher. This is so great. So let me go ahead and share my screen and introduce myself to you guys. Let's see, present. This is wonderful. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. I'm about to share it now.
Hold on, let me make sure. Are you on 2 different devices?
No, I'm on one device.
Okay, you have to share. We don't see it yet.
See it? Okay, hold on. All right, y'all. All right, there we go. Okay, can everybody see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So I guess I'll break my screen up some. All right, so my name is Raquel Curtis. I'm an international money management coach. I'm an author, a financial influencer, and most importantly, I am a mother. I love talking about this part because everybody likes talking about the good part, right? Okay, I've been featured in a bunch of different places: Business Insider, Market Watch, Bloomberg Radio, The Table with Anthony O'Neill, Parents Magazine, the CW Network, Sirius XM Radio, National International Radio. But most recently, I was interviewed by Michelle Williams with, Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams. Y'all felt so good when she called me. So those are like some major highlights of my journey, and I'm super grateful for them. Before becoming the Bougie Banker, I had a journey through entrepreneurship that had a lot of failures in that path. So I originally started out as a corrections officer after I graduated from Savannah State University. While I was pregnant with my now 10-year-old, an inmate fell on my stomach and I was put on bed rest for the duration of that pregnancy. At that time, I felt like everything that I did revolved around my spouse and my kids. And although I loved my family, I felt like I was no longer growing as an individual. And so I don't know if there's any moms that are on this call tonight, but we have a habit of putting everyone else before us, right? So that we can watch them grow and develop, but sometimes we end up forgetting about ourselves. So although I had a degree, I was put in a position to be a stay-at-home mom. We could not afford for my daughter to go to childcare. So I worked at the place that we couldn't afford for her to go to. I was making $7.25 an hour with a degree. And so I told myself, I was like, Raquel, you're smarter than this. You can figure this out. So I started paying attention to what management was doing. I started taking classes on the weekend. And so eventually I was able to start watching children on the weekends, got certified with my CDA. That bled into the weekdays, which then led me having my own in-home daycare. A few years later, after my youngest was born, I opened up the first women's only gym with childcare in my city. I was super proud of that. That's that building that you see. It was called Real Change Fitness. It was 1,700 square foot building. It had 7 employees. And it was an amazing time. And we'll get into what happened and how I ended up getting to where I am now. One of the things that I'm also proud of is I wrote my very first book. I never thought that would happen. I definitely struggle with grammar and spelling. So that was amazing for me. After, becoming the Bougie Banker, after losing my job, I wrote my first book on mastering your money mindset, and my book sold in 7 countries in almost every state in the United States, and I have not had one ad go out. So I'm very grateful for that. Okay. Now, how did I get to this point from having a gym to becoming Bougie Banker? Is there anybody else on this call who may be really good at making money, but not that great at managing it? Because am I the only one that struggled with that? Because I was so good at starting a business, but when it came time to manage the money, this is when I realized that I really struggled. So when I had my gym, one day I was headed home and a gentleman ran a red light and he T-boned my vehicle. I was put in a neck brace for about 6 months and I had 16 spinal injections. During that course of time, I could not work or work out. I watched all of my accounts drain out into the negative and all of them closed in the negative. We got to a point to where their dad and I would look at each other and we would contemplate saying, okay, well, are we going to eat dinner tonight? The kids ate. Did you eat? And I would lie sometimes and say I did so he could eat. And he would lie sometimes and say he did so I could eat. That's where we were at that point in time. We had 2 income earning bills, but we only had 1 source of income at this time. And so we needed food stamps, couldn't qualify for them. And it was just a really tough period of time. So when I was able to start working again, I started working multiple jobs. I was working overnight at security, working at FedEx with Allied Barton. I worked during the daytime at the front desk of hotels, and I sold life insurance. Now, this period of my life, all I wanted to do was chase the appearance of what entrepreneurship gave me when I had my gym. And I didn't relate it to that at the time, but looking back, I could definitely say that I did not make the best decisions with my money because for some reason I could not understand why I'm working so hard and I don't have anything to show up for it. Am I the only one on this call who has felt that way? To where you feel like no matter how hard you work, for some reason, it feels like you're trying to take 3 steps forward to take 5 steps back. And so during that time in my life, we were living paycheck to paycheck. I was constantly stressed out. I felt guilty for treating myself. I had terrible low self-esteem because of the weight loss that came with the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the stressing, wondering if I'm going to give my kids a Christmas or if I'm going to pay the power bill. And then it got to a point to where I had to look at myself and say, well, if I don't change what's going on here, then my kids are going to grow up in these same habits and behaviors that I have. That's what they're going to have. And I looked at my babies and I decided that that is not the life that I wanted for them. I did not want them to cry themselves to sleep at night, wondering what they could take care of. I did not want them having to contemplate if they could get something or not and then regretting buying it later. I didn't want them to have those emotions. And I know that I'm not the only one on this call who has felt that way before, because the reason why you're on this call is because you want better for yourself. You see a higher version of yourself and you want to work towards that. So I know that you've experienced some lows in your life that may be similar to mine, to where you say, if nothing changes, then something has to change, because I'm ready for a change and I'm seeking that change, but I'm just not really sure where to find it. So now you're here because you found a safe place. Somebody in the chat put safe place. Okay. So I'm very grateful because once I realized this, I made some key decisions in my life. I said, I'm going to take everything that I don't want for my children, and I'm going to flip that and make it into everything that can be a possibility for them. So the 3 jobs that I was working, I was still working them. And I'm so grateful that I met Akil through network marketing in a different company, because at that time, I was trying to believe in myself, but didn't know how to. So in came personal development. And I was so hungry for a different life that I started volunteering to be in the rooms that I couldn't afford to be in. Some of you let your ego get in the way of your growth. And it's okay to walk in the space of being a servant until you can be a leader. I recognized that and I stood on that. And so I started to implement things in my life that I saw what other leaders were doing. And I started managing my money differently. I started investing in portfolios. I started saving money, working on paying down debt. And once I did those things, I attracted a new level of energy into my life. And what transpired was people coming to me and saying, wow, you're really good with money now. Have you ever thought about becoming a banker? I was still working these 3 jobs. So I became a banker. It was the best job I ever had in my life. I had benefits, full-time income. I was living and loving it. I would have never thought that December 3rd of 2020 would be my last day being a banker. And it's so funny how we attract things into our life. And I need you to understand this as I build on this. I had a gold card. I went to a Bob Proctor event in 2019, and he told us to have a gold card. And the gold card needed to state, I'm so happy and grateful now that and then it had to have a date, a definite statement and a definite date on it. So I kept that taped under my keyboard, and I didn't know which direction that statement was going to lead me, but I knew that I wanted to create an impact. I knew that I had leadership qualities within me. I just wasn't quite sure where it was going to come out of. On that card, it said December 31st of 2020, that I would earn $100,000 by impacting the lives of thousands. That's what it said. I lost my job December 3rd of 2020. Between December 3rd of 2020 and today, I am an international money management coach who helps women all over the world. I have my own office. I have a tenant. I'm taking care of my daughters at the way that I want to take care of them. I don't have to question. I don't have to feel guilty. I don't have to have that anxiety, those sleepless nights. It's gone. Because I made a decision and I walked in that decision. So when I lost my job, I decided I was going to help people in the same capacity that I needed the help. So I started paying people to learn financial literacy. And then from there, I started a coaching program. And then from there, I started to attract different people into my life that would take my business to the next level by interviews and features and those type of things. And that is how I became the Bougie Banker. That's who I became this personality. Okay. So my goal for you all, or our goal for you all, excuse me, is to, 1, learn how to make smart financial decisions, and 2, learn how to take responsibility for saving money, spending properly, and investing with a plan. I had to give you the backstory so you understand why I'm so passionate about what I do. I lost my job December 3rd, 2020. I finished my master's July 31st of 2020 while still being a banker. I make a significantly amount more money than I ever made as a banker. And I'm so grateful for that, okay? And I want you guys to know that you are in a safe space when it comes to myself, when it comes to Akil, when it comes to the other coaches. So let's talk about this. Financial stability, okay? Financial stability is the foundation for a sound life. You guys agree? Financial stability is the foundation for a sound life, okay? When I learned that the average person will touch over $2.2 million in their lifetime, but for some reason, 54% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck, I was astonished. Most of you will die millionaires without having had more than $1,000 in your checking account. And if you don't believe me, $1.7 million is just a 40-year career of making $20 an hour. So it's not that you're not wealthy. It's not that you don't have the million if that's your goal. It's that what has passed through your bank account has not stayed there. So you're already wealthy. The goal now is to redirect the wealth out of other people's pockets and circulate it where it should be circulated. Okay. So can somebody put in the chat for me, why do people go into debt and fail to properly invest in their future? Can somebody put that in the chat for me? Why do people go into debt and why do they fail to properly invest in their future? Keeping up with the Joneses, that's a good one. What's next? Too much expenses, okay? Life happens and does because they don't keep at least 10% education. Let's talk about it. Poor money management, compulsiveness, pride, necessity, reduced income, divorce, gambling, limited savings, hopping on every boat that glitters and hoping it's gold, and debt. Which one of these resonate with you? Now I want you to start getting out a piece of paper because now we're going to start building on you. Which one of these resonate with you? Why do you constantly find yourself in a compromised financial situation? I want you to write it down on a piece of paper. And when you're done, you can put a number 1 in the chat for me. What is constantly causing you to be in a position of financial detriment? Okay, now that you've acknowledged what that is, we're going to create a definite statement. I no longer allow blank, which you wrote on that piece of paper, to hold me back. I release blank to my past. You've recognized what's causing you to be stuck where you are, so it's not going to serve you bringing that into your present, into your future. When I started this call, I talked to you guys about how words have a definite impact, and what you write has a definite impact on what you attract. I gave you a living, breathing example of that. So now what you wrote on that paper that's holding you back, we're going to write a definite statement that it's no longer holding you back. We're writing a definite statement that you're releasing it to your past. It's not going to serve you anymore from this point on. So the way that we do that through action is we have to make smart financial decisions. These are some things that I wish I would have did differently early on. I wish I hadn't gotten credit cards with the first bank that offered it just because they were going to give it to me. The first credit, I went into Bank of America. They told me I had a credit score of 720. I didn't know what credit was. And they gave me a credit card with $1,000 on it. And I maxed it out on my first boyfriend, buying him clothes and tickets to watch LeBron James play. This is years ago. Okay. I wish I didn't use refunds to buy random things when I was in college. And I wish I wasn't in a rush to grow up so fast. I was making a lot of childish financial decisions as an adult. And that's the thing about your money. That's the thing about credit. How you are now is a reflection of the things that have transpired in your past. And that even holds true to your financial picture. That even holds true to your credit score. Right? So here's some common money mistakes that people make. Identify which of these is yours, and you're going to write it down with the list of things that you are releasing to your past. Is it lack of budgeting? Is it buying something based on impulse? Is it excessive credit card use? Is it low savings and having no emergency funds? Is it prioritizing your wants over your needs? Is it giving in to peer pressure? Is it making bad investments? Is it missing out on free opportunities? Do you participate in impractical spending? Are you applying for loans with huge interest? Do you even record your expenses? And if you're borrowing money, are you spending the borrowed money on things you shouldn't be spending it on? Okay. So let me ask y'all something. What would you do if you had access to more money right now? You can put it in the chat if you want to. What would you do if you had access to more money right now? If I was walking around and I was like, hey, hey Tariq, here's $1,000. Hey Denise, here's $1,000. Hey Jen, here's $1,000. If I was going around writing checks for $1,000 and hand them out, what would you do? What would you do with it? Hidden Wealth, new Hidden Wealth Society members, what would you do? Because I know y'all coming. Let's see some answers here. Oh, Kenneth said, oh, Raymond, that was nice. Okay, Kenneth said, purchase land, silver, and gold. I won't spend it for the next 30 days. Create my emergency funds. Travel with my kids. Put it away and forget that I had it until I have a solid plan. Create a new online store. Pay off credit cards. Pay towards debt. Find the best way to invest for a profit. Pay my bills off. Invest in some crypto. Trade with it. Okay. All of these things that you said that you were going to do, now I need you to write that on your piece of paper. If I was to walk around and have my checkbook out and write all of y'all a check for $1,000, and these are the things that you would do, I need you to write it down and say, if I had $1,000, I would pay bills, be debt-free, or work on being debt-free, pay down credit cards, invest. Write it down on your piece of paper. You know, the thing though, did y'all write it down before I continue? Did y'all write it down? Write it down on your paper. Okay, cool. Good. All right. The funny thing about money is we use it every day. 9 times out of 10, you have that $1,000 already in the money that you have that you're mismanaging. So if you're telling me that this is what you would do if I handed you $1,000, 9 times out of 10, that money is in your statements. I am willing to bet a gold coin that you do not keep count of how many times you use Apple Pay in a day, how many times you swipe your card in a day. And then what ends up happening is at the end of the month or before payday, you start saying, all right, well, with this check, I'm gonna do this, and with this check, I'm gonna do this. And you don't even know that you have the money to do what it is that you're trying to do because you haven't paid attention to how you spend your money. You think you know who you are, Denise? Go on them statements, and them statements will tell you exactly who you are with your money. Most people's wants equal or exceed their needs. So if this is what you were gonna do, if I would have gave you $1,000, then go get the money yourself out of your own account. You are capable, but you gotta set boundaries. And the way that you do that is by checking your spending habits. So let's talk about the B word. Let's talk about how to build a budget. Okay? Most people believe in the 50-30-20 rule. That's a basic rule that says if you divide up your after-tax income and you allocate it to spend 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and then you put away 20% to savings. This does work. However, your financial situation, Danielle, may be different than Makisha's financial situation. So Makisha's 50-30-20 is going to look different than yours. So maybe your needs equal 80%, while Danielle's needs only equal 40%. So this does work, but the issue with this is that our percentages may be all types of different. Our income may be different, right? So this is what I believe in. I believe in the keep it simple sis rule, or keep it simple students rules, men and women in here, right? I believe in the keep it simple students rule. So what I would like for you to do, this is your actionable step. This is your homework until we meet again. Comb through your statements. You're gonna pick the last 3 full months worth of statements that you have, and you're gonna comb through them. You're gonna take 2 highlighters. You're gonna use 1 highlighter to highlight your wants. You're gonna use 1 highlighter to highlight your needs, and you're going to start to itemize everything in your statement. At the end of each month, you're going to total up how much you spent on needs for that month and how much you spent on wants for that month. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar you will be surprised at how much you spent on your wants. Then what you're going to do is you're going to identify, you're going to circle this, and you're going to say, I'm going to reallocate some of these funds to said list of what y'all just put in this chat. To your investment, to starting that online business, to paying down some debt. And then once you do that, you're going to call all of these companies that you're paying out your money to, and you're going to start negotiating with them. Oh yeah, Xfinity, I'm just not comfortable with this. And Verizon's rates look so much better. So I'm really thinking about going over to them. Yeah, I'm just not that happy of a customer right now. You know what they're going to do? They're going to try to negotiate, and they're going to get that rate down for you to make you a happy customer, because their job is to retain you. Right? So your job is to go and make sure that you're retaining as much of your money as possible. These companies don't care. They don't care. They don't know what you make. They don't care. All they're doing is taking out these transactions. But what you can do is take control of that and say, all right, well, this is what you're taking out, but let me see what I can negotiate so that I can allocate these funds elsewhere. Okay. Then you want to identify some targeted financial goals: emergency money, your savings, debt repayment, and investments. Now, y'all know that emergency money is different than your savings money, right? So emergency money is like locked away. You're not touching it, somewhere in a high yield savings account. Your savings accounts are supposed to be for a definite purpose, like a birthday, holiday, you're saving up for a vacation. That's what they are for. The reason that they're set up that way is because the yields on those savings accounts is so low that the longer you leave money in there, you are losing money every day. because most savings accounts do not have a yield of over 0.01 to 0.03%. With inflation being over 5%, that is a dead giveaway that you are losing money even while you're trying to save it. So if it's in your savings account, it should only be for a definite purpose. Okay. If you have an emergency fund, you want to look for the best type of high yield savings account, or I would say try to look for some sort of bond that you're able to pull out of. Okay. Work the numbers. Okay. When you're working the numbers, that means just make a budget that is realistic for you. Don't make it make sense on paper and then not make it realistic for your lifestyle. Most people, when they create a budget, they're only creating like if for their mortgage, the rent, the gas, the utilities, the insurance, the TV, the phone bill. That's what they're including. But you're not including your free spend. You're not including your personal care. You're not including those expenses. And those are the things that are going to cause you to go broke if you don't keep track of them. No one gets a job that doesn't cover their bare necessities. Your bare necessities are not the reason why you're not where you want to be financially. It's all the other decisions. So if you know that you're going to spend money on these things, you might as well account for them and then start creating some boundaries and some structure around yourself with it. And as you guys work with me through Hidden Wealth Society, we're going to talk about that. We'll go into coaching about impulsivities and all those things. So we're going to dig deeper and give yourself grace. Okay. Y'all getting some value? Y'all good? We still here? Yay. Okay, awesome. Then after you get your structure together, you want to invest in yourself. What does that look like for you? Investing in yourself can be investing in the markets, long-term, short-term, or both. It can be through personal, financial, and business development, or it can be through coaching programs. Okay, so when you're investing in yourself, remember I told y'all before I could ever afford to go to any type of personal development, anything, I had to volunteer to get in the room. And that was just that. And now I'm in a position to where I can buy the premium package when I go to conferences, and I can pay for proximity when I go to conferences. But had I not just gotten my foot in the room so my mind could expand, I would not have expanded. Personal development is essential to financial development. Personal and financial development is essential to business growth and development. Y'all know you got the best of the best when you're talking about investing in these markets. I don't know if Akil's disclosed anything to y'all, so I'm gonna keep my mouth closed, but I know that he and the people he keeps himself connected to in these markets, you would be doing yourself a disservice. And you'll be saying, I shoulda, woulda, coulda later by not learning from the people that you have access to, which is why you have to invest in coaching programs. You can only take yourself as far as you brought yourself. And that's it. The people, places, and things that you have surrounded yourself with have gotten you where you are. But if you're going to take yourself to the next level, then you have to have a different level of exposure. And so if you want to have a different level of exposure, you have to invest into yourself to receive that. Here's something interesting that I learned and that I tell my ladies all the time. This is a scientific fact, okay? The American Society of Training and Development did a study on accountability, and they found that you have a 65% chance of completing a goal if you commit to someone. So let's say, Leticia, you called up Brian and you were like, Brian, you know, I'm trying to get right for the summer. And Brian is like, yeah, girl, I got fluffy all winter. Okay, well, let's start going for a walk. So you commit to each other and you say that you're both going to start going on a walk. Well, Leticia doesn't feel like walking today, but Brian has committed to Leticia that he's going to walk. So he calls her up. He says, hey, Leticia, you going to go for this walk? I'm just not feeling good. You know, I have a headache. These kids get on my nerves. I just want to lay down. Well, you made a commitment that you're going to go on this walk. All right, I'll get up. I'll go for the walk. You've made the commitment because someone is holding you accountable. Now imagine if you have someone who not only started from where you started, learned what you're trying to learn, and became an expert in that space, you are 95% more likely to reach your end goal when you are held accountable by a coach. That is why programs like Hidden Wealth Society are here. Okay. The people that I've worked with, which you guys now have access to, right? Which you guys have access to. When this woman started working with me, she had $72 in her account. By the time she left working with me, she went from sleeping on her mother's sofa to having over $2,000 in her emergency accounts. She was able to reach actually her savings goal of 20,000. And the next slide. She was able to reach her goal of 20,000. She bought her first home, and she opened up investment accounts for all 3 of her kids. When she came to me, she was on her last straw, but she was ready for a change and she was open to coaching. Here's another one, Kanisha. Not you, Kanisha, girl. We're not talking about you. All right. She had negative $183 in her account. By the time that she left, she had over $5,000 in her account, in her savings, over $1,000 in her checking. Okay. These things are possible. Half of you have the money, you just don't know who you're giving it to. You have to take control over your life. Somebody please put in the comments, I'm going to take control. Somebody please put in the comments that you're going to take control. I got tired of watching my babies have a Charlie Brown Christmas based off of my decisions. So I took control. I got tired of going to sleep crying because I didn't have a meal, but at least my kids ate. And I decided to take control. So what is it in your life that you're not taking control of that's been holding you back that you're ready to take control of? Okay. Y'all, it has been such a pleasure working with y'all this evening. My name is the Bougie Banker. You can follow me on IG and TikTok. I will definitely, you guys can open the mic, ask questions, what have you, talk to me for a little bit. But I really hope that you all enjoyed this call. I hope that you found tremendous value, and I hope that you're ready to go and seek action. If you do nothing else, please do me a favor and let's not have let's not have the church mentality. Let's not come to church, let's not do this, and then go home and nothing changes. Let's have the mentality of, I came, I learned, I'm going to take action. Let's have that. So please go out, get your statements, comb through them, find your lost money, get ready to invest into this program so you can get my coach, you can get Akil, you can get everybody that's on the team so you can take yourself to the next level. You can start paying down debts, invest, build your business, whatever it is you're trying to do. But do not let this go past. Clap it in the chat. All right, thanks, guys.
Let's go. Did y'all get some value? I don't know if y'all understand what y'all just got. I don't think y'all really understand what y'all just got. What y'all, like, just a tad bit of what y'all got. The tad bit. See, she just explained to you how you are able to take what you already have and make more and have more with all what you already have. Nothing extra. I love network marketing. I'm an advocate of it. I'm going to continue to say that because I truly know that. I am. It saved my life. But we didn't say you had to recruit nobody to make extra income. We're just saying, hey, do this. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you'll see more. And the results are proven. Do y'all see a glow? Y'all see the it factor? Y'all see the it factor? Y'all see the it factor? Put the it factor. Say, you got it, girl. Put it in the chat. You got it, girl.
Thanks.
The Bougie Banker.
I put my IG up for them real quick because some people are asking.
Yeah. Go ahead. Put up the IG. Put it up. Y'all go follow. the Bougie Banker on IG. Make sure you lock in, y'all. Just like, that's just one, like, her alone, she's worth thousands of dollars for this hour session you just got. Thousands. Because she's going to teach you how to take what you already have to have thousands. And you will be able to get it for $149.95 a month. Plus a whole bunch more. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. There you go right there. The Bougie Banker _ Now make sure y'all hit the right one. I think she got the blue check now.
No, I'm working on it, man. There's like 30 fake pages in my profile. It's a mess.
Okay. You got to make sure y'all hit the right one. The Bougie Banker _ The Bougie Banker _ Take a screenshot, and this will be on the Hidden Wealth Society's YouTube page, the recording, and it'll be on my page recording. Actually, we're gonna put everything on. I'm no longer putting things on my page. We're gonna put everything on the Hidden Wealth Society YouTube page. So you'll be able to go see all the recordings of all the free classes up until the 1st. So with that said, let me shut my mouth. Do we have any questions? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Oh, I already see one. Somebody named 4. Who is 4xclass.com? Who is 4xclass.com? Who? Go ahead and unmute. 4xclass.com. I see your hand up, 4xclass.com. You can unmute 4xclass.com.
That was a mistake, brother. This is OG, bro. That was a mistake.
Okay, who is that? Who is this?
It's OG, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay, OG, bro.
I got you. It's Ant.
All right, bro. That was a mistake, bro.
That's Ant, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I know who you are, brother. Let me go
How
ahead.
you doing, bro? Yeah, the class was great today, man. That was very encouraging, man. I thank God for the system, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, how I get his hand off?
Oh, I got you. If it was a mistake, you don't have any questions?
No, I had no question, bro.
Okay, good to go, brother. Looking forward to seeing you on the other side. I know you.
Most definitely, bro.
Brother, and we got some people up there in the Richmond area as well.
Okay, let me know what's up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Appreciate you too, bro. And I'm happy for you, man.
Hey, bro, I'm excited for you.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, brother Ken Banks.
Hey, Mr. Bay, how you doing?
Absolutely amazing, brother. Hope all is good out there in Texas.
All right, I have a question for Ms. Curtis. Something caught my attention. She said missing out on free opportunities. I was wondering what those were. When you said free opportunities under see, reasons that the money is not accumulating. You're saying missing out on free opportunities. I was just kind of caught my interest. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I was thinking. I'm sorry. Are you talking about when I was saying after you go through your statement, that whole portion we were in there?
Yeah, it actually was before that. You said lack of budgeting, lack of low savings, no emergency funds, lack of recording expenses, which is real true, and then missing out on free opportunities. That kind of just caught my curiosity there.
No. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
So there's a couple of ways that you miss out on free opportunities. Some people don't know that they have money that's out there for them to claim, which is free for them to try to find.
Okay.
Also have free opportunities when you have certain things linked to where you shop. So for example, I have 3 kids, right? I don't spend more than like $250 a month on groceries. So that's a free opportunity for me. It's not costing me anything additional to save that money, but because I have different type of programs linked to my account, then I'm able to have like cashback opportunities and reward opportunities that doesn't cost me anything, but I'm getting back for them.
Okay, I got it now. So you just take advantage of like any kind of bonus program a store may have or discounts.
Yeah, take advantage of what's out there.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Right, all right. Okay, Sister Russell. I got you next, Brian. Sister Russell.
Oh, I'll tell them real quick, Akil, before she unmutes her mic. So the things that I have connected to my things when I go grocery shopping, real quick. I use Ibotta that's connected to my desktop. And then I have the Fetch app. And so when I grocery shop online, I have my things delivered. So I'll go and I'll make sure I change them from just like me walking inside the grocery store. I change it to saying low to high. And then I have all of the rewards and stuff connected. And then I get cash back when I check out. So those are some things that you can just add to your desktop. And then I'm saving myself time too. So it's amazing.
All right. Brother Brian. Brother Brian, go ahead. You got it.
Hello? Okay, sorry. I'm in a dark room, so my camera doesn't really matter. But another thing, like just another perspective, you guys, Kenneth, and like what Raquel was saying, absolutely from like the actual rewards program. But this is a free opportunity 100 people missed out on right now. This call. And there's 100 of them or a dozen of them that we've been missing, that we miss out on. Like people will refer you to something, and there's somebody you referred to this call that didn't show up. And this was a free opportunity with unmatchable and like uncalculable amounts of value. And I think that people don't realize that, because I think that if we all admit there's one time a month over the last 12 months that someone invited us to sit in something free and we thought they knew what it was going to be about, so we didn't show up. So just check your ego a little bit and show up to everything you're invited to, because you have no idea how much free value will come through your phone.
Ooh, that was good.
Let's go. Free value. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. See your hand. You raise your hand again, brother. All right. Do we have any other questions? Okay. Do we have any other questions? That may be your missed opportunity too. The question you didn't ask that you have in your mind, just scared to ask. It's okay. You have a unique voice and we need to hear it. What's the app again? My wife have a question. Say, what's the app again? She ran to the room. She like, forget raising my hand. I'm gonna run in the room. Say, what's the app again?
It's Ibotta. I did a YouTube video on it too, though.
Well,
But
I can
I
talk.
video groceries.
Ibana. Okay.
Well,
Go ahead. You got it.
I'll really say, it's always gonna be weird. It's gonna be like a question / answer. I think the reason why, okay, let me out. You know how people do these New Year's resolutions, right? They don't follow through it. I think people don't focus on what they can do and then build on from that. I think if people do that more often, they'll take a one step or another. I think that's the way to do it. But I don't know. Well, all I say is, what's the best practical way to to follow on to that? Do I set a reminder or something? Do I, I mean, I sort of have an idea, but the best approach to that.
I get what you're saying. So you're trying to say, like, how do you make a big goal more realistic, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, perfect. So one thing what I would suggest you do is you take the big goal. So let's say your big goal is, what is your big goal? I'll just do that. What is your big goal?
Time freedom.
What does time freedom look like for you?
To like plan, just to plan.
To plan. What will allow you to, what in planning will allow you to have time freedom?
For more opportunities.
More opportunities. So are we essentially getting down to more income?
I mean, no, hear me out. Once I do, I'll be able to do more things, like more avenues to that specific thing.
Yep.
I'm just leave it at that. Yeah.
Okay, so what's going to allow you to have the time freedom, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, would it be the opportunities that come from you getting more income?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a yeah and no, but yeah, specifically, yeah. Might as well.
So when people are seeking time freedom, that's essentially saying that I can step away from anything that I wanted, anything that I'm required to be at to go do what I want to do and not have to be concerned about stepping away, which kind of boils down to saying I'm in a financial place to where I don't have to worry about if I'm there or not, right?
Mhm.
So if time freedom is your big goal, then what you have to identify is what is the number that will allow you to have that time freedom. And so how
Oh,
yeah,
I'll say 5 to 10,000. But 5, I only use 5,000.
5,000 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if 5,000 a month is your big goal, then you're going to write that down on a piece of paper as your big goal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to break that big goal down into smaller tasks, right? So if 5,000 is your goal, let me see. Let's say 5,000 divided by 4 weeks, which means you have to make 1,200 a week. So let's divide that by 5 days a week, which means you have to make $250 a day. Does $250 seem more obtainable than $5,000?
Oh, yeah. That was put in the chat as yes.
Oh no, you can talk to me. We're here. Right
Yeah.
here. Okay, so $250. Let's look at this. Let's divide that by most jobs right now. Most jobs right now are paying what, between like what, 12, 15, I would say it's probably paying around 15 right now, right? Because of inflation.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say we do that. Take 250 divided by. And you have a job right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do this as a personal call? Because a lot of people on this call.
Sure. Don't have to pay anything.
No, I wouldn't do. No.
All right.
Let's go, bro.
Hey,
Hey, man.
yeah.
Hey, you got a glow. I see that glow in you. You
I
got
was
a
gonna
glow,
say,
Doc. You see it? You see it? Do you see it, Raquel? Do you see the glow?
I was gonna say I'll break it down, but I don't know if you want your personal business out there with the department to ask you more
Yeah,
questions.
that's the thing. I ain't trying to. Yeah.
Just do it on the back end. Just DM me on Instagram and we'll do it on the back end. But no, if I say I'm gonna serve, I'm gonna serve. I'm not gonna charge you.
All right.
Good question, brother. Good question. Can't be scared to ask, right? Brother Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Peace to the
assalam.
family. Sister Raquel, how you doing?
Hey.
All right. My question is, so you know how you have these programs that you can get off, I guess, government programs where they have you pay, well, have you fill out whatever forms and you can get a certain amount of money to pay your debts down, to do your pay your mortgage and stuff like that, different programs like that. And notice on the line that you have been doing certain things, but I haven't heard you touched on those type of things. So are you going to get into that, or you're not touching that at all?
So I'll tell you why I don't really talk about it, because a lot of the companies that are tied into doing that are predatory, and they either want you to file for bankruptcy or they're trying to tie you into something that's high interest to replace what it is that you have to pay.
Gotcha. Okay.
You do
understandable.
Yeah, if you do hear me talk about it, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to talk about what you should be careful or caution against.
Gotcha. Appreciate you, sis.
You're welcome. But what I will say, though, is that if you're in a situation to where, and it may not be you, just anyone, if you're in a situation to where you know that you have multiple debts and you're kind of struggling, staying afloat, paying the minimum on all of them, one thing you might want to consider is a balance transfer through a debt consolidation with a credit, like a credit union. Because the credit unions, number one, are a lot more lenient. And number two, they tend to give you lower interest rates. And so let's say like, if I'm paying $700 in minimums a month, but I go to a credit union, I say, I want to do a debt consolidation and do a balance transfer of all of my debts over to this debt consolidation. What you want to tell them is you want the maximum amount of months to pay it off. So where you might be paying $700 in minimums a month, all these individual accounts, you do the debt consol, they'll say, all right, you have 72 months to pay this off and your payments are $450 a month. Well, you've been used to paying $700 a month. So now what you're doing is you're paying down on principal way faster than you would ever be able to pay it down if you paid them down individually. You're taking advantage of a lower interest rate, and you're taking advantage of the fact that you have lower payments, so you have more principal going to it. So if you're in that situation, I would definitely suggest you look at entertainment.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I have a couple of friends and my daughter needs to, and I wanted her to get on, but she, unfortunately, one of my granddaughters is sick, but I just want to get this information to her so therefore she can get her things together. I do appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Outstanding. Okay, let's see. We have Miss Middleton. Flying with the Eagles, living with the Turkeys and flying with the Eagles. Let's go, Miss Middleton.
Okay. Well, let's see. Akil.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to ask about the fixed income people, like the senior citizen like myself. And when your income is so that you pay so many bills that you don't have too much left, what can a person do to increase their income, without getting a second job, or, when you're senior citizen, you don't want to work the more extra jobs. I know I don't. That's why I live to retire. Is there anything that we can do to get any money, extra income? Does you know any programs?
I do. When you said that, you made me think of this couple that I was helping when I was a banker. They retired, they were on fixed income, and they thought they had enough to live off of their retirement. And 9 months later, they had gone through almost all of their retirement, and they were trying to find additional income, but they didn't want to go and work because you're ready to retire and ready to relax. I will do some research for you and see what I can find for you, because I know that with what you're talking about, most times it's state specific. So if you could, Akil, do you have her email or something?
Oh yeah, she's already in the platform. She's in the community. She can message you privately on the platform. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let me take down a note so that I can look this up for you, and then I will get it to you.
All right, Miss Middleton. Shout out to Miss Middleton, right? I want everybody to know Miss Middleton. She came to me, Miss Middleton said, I like events, Akil, but it'd be just too packed and it's hard for senior citizens. So she's the head senior citizen in Hidden Wealth Society, because she's the first person to come to us, and we're going to make a section at our events for senior citizens, and it's going to be called the Middleton section for all the senior citizens. So they're going to have their own door. They're going to be able to come in before anybody, even the VIPs. They're going to be able to come in, sit down, and they're going to be able to leave out before everybody. That's called seniority. So shout out to, put in Mr. Middleton, shout out for the senior citizens, right? That's going to be her section, the Middleton section, senior citizen section. How about that, Ms. Middleton? How about that, Ms. Middleton? Yes, yes.
I love it, Akil. You know that. Love you too.
Yep.
Thank you.
And our heart goes out to you and your family for the great loss. So put some in the chat. She just lost her brother, but he's still here in spirit. And our hearts are with you, Ms. Middleton.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. I see you, sister. I see you, sister. The call is yours. I see, yup. You. You had to unmute before you start talking.
Oh, look, I was about to get started. Okay. So first things first. So your book, I see on your, where do we get your book from?
Oh, it's self-published. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, hold on. I'll put the link for my book in the chat if that's okay with you.
Yep, go ahead. You got it.
Okay.
Oh, yay. Oh, that makes me feel so. And I autograph every book and mail them out too. So that's just so
Yep.
wonderful.
And all the educators and even individuals that's on the platform to prove themselves worthy with value. We're going to, in our merch section, their book's going to be there. So the Bougie Banker book is going to be on the platform, for sale on the platform, so everybody can be able to get access to it.
Okay.
Queen Bowens, did I mail you your book or did you see me in person? I'm calling you out now. I get
Yeah, she was at the Elite 50.
Maybe was that when you got your book? I want to know. Oh yeah, see, Danielle said I signed hers. Oh, thank y'all so much for buying my book. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you.
So I have another question.
Yes.
So single mom here, you talked about me, you told all my business today. So I need to know, so what's the best way of as far as getting canceling your debt? What's the best way? Normally I hear people say the debt dash, how do you, outside of doing the debt consolidation, what other options, or is that the best way to get rid of the debt?
So debt consolidation is like saying you're trying to do everything to avoid going into default with your cards, right? You're trying to give yourself the leg up, but having a financial plan is going to be your first step.
Okay.
We got to get through those statements. We have to see what money you do have available to pay to the debts, to see what money you do have available that you could potentially invest. I budgeted, saved, paid down debt, and invested at the same time, because I needed to leverage against the debt that I had. I wanted to counter it. So I made sure that I invested as well. So the first thing I would say is, let's get you a budget together so you know what you have, you know what you're capable of doing based off of what your financial situation is. And then from there, we'll look at options based off of what your picture says. But I wouldn't go into saying oh, go get a loan, and you don't know what you're able to do.
Okay.
But I know how strong you are. If you're a single mama,
I'm tired.
I hats off to you, sis. I put on makeup for this call and this call only. I just want you to know that there were no eyebrows 45 minutes ago.
Okay. I appreciate you. This call means more than you could ever imagine. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, sis.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Walaikum assalam. How are you? Go ahead.
Blessed. Alhamdulillah. I just wanted to piggyback off what the Bougie Banker was saying about the freebies and missing out on them. If you are with the bank and you have the mobile app to that bank, if you look into that mobile app, most times that mobile app will give you freebies. And these freebies are of no cost to you. Wherever you spend money, you might get a percentage back. And if it's somewhere that you spend money a lot, like I'm guilty, I got kids, so we go to certain places a lot. They may have sign-up programs also where they do points. And the more money that you spend, you get a certain percent off, maybe the next time you go in. So those are freebies that you should look at. If you spend the money at gas stations and they got, point systems, those are programs to get into that don't cost you anything, that you get something back from.
Absolutely. I have girl, my Dunkin' Donuts app, I could probably get coffee for about a year now. Because if you're gonna go regardless, you might as well take advantage of what they had. If you're gonna do it regardless, make sure it fits within your budget and then maximize off of what is available to you based off of what you do. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful.
All right, all right. Miss Denise.
Hello, everyone. Miss Bougie Banker, I want to thank you. That presentation was awesome. My children did very well by me. They were my pride and joy. So they got everything. They juiced me. So now I'm retired and I just go where I want to go, where and when I want to go. But I'm very particular about spending. I don't. But mismanagement, I do. It's being mismanaged. When I said I got it, when I thought about it, when you said, I mean, $1,000 is $1,000, but even with that, I would use a lot size of 10 cents, 0.0. But anyway, I said I would invest it in myself and I would invest in the market. So when I said I got it, I meant that I do. I have $1,000. I'm not going to spend it on anything. It's just there. So why not invest it within myself and take that same $1,000 and add it on to what I'm already trading? I slowed down for a bit in my live account because I wanted to continue this education on this new platform with Akil Bay and the Spartan team. And I love you, Miss Queen Bowens and Mr. Goldfinger. And now I can get to love on you, Miss Bougie Banker. I am so looking forward to the next level. I want to set my grandchildren. I'm going to. Let me just change the verbiage. I'm going to set my grandchildren up with a trust fund. This is what, I stayed aligned because I was with another company and I was going to leave in June of 2022. And I stayed aligned, even though I wasn't happy and I didn't realize it was this load on top of me. And I said, okay, it's not time to leave. So I'm going to stay. And I'm so glad I did because then I met Akil Bay. Had I not have stayed and got out in June, I would not have met this young man. Well, I'm young too. Let's just say I am, even though I'm not. I'm going to fit in with that senior citizen group. And I'm so grateful because I can say that I've lived this amount of time, but the mismanagement didn't come until after the children were grown. They went through college. They don't have any debt. But then I found myself making mismanagement choices. I sold property that I should not have sown. So I think at some point there was like emotion. I don't have a problem being transparent because we have to learn to give of ourselves within our heart so we can help others. So just listening to your story helped me. And I am so grateful for this platform. And it's not a platform, excuse me. It's a society. It's a society and it's wealth. And I am just so grateful to be able to continue this with you, Miss Bougie Banker. And I got to say that again, because I honor that. I honor you. It was a privilege to be on this call. Mr. Kilbay and the Hidden Wealth Society, I thank you all so, so very much. I am open to learning. I'm coachable. And I'm just ready. I'm on fire. So a little bit about my story. So my thing is to build generational wealth and to make sure that my grandchildren don't have to. I paid off a $90,000 student loan. And then they came out with loan forgiveness. I worked for a university. So at some point, I only really stayed there the amount of time I did because my education was free. And these are some of these opportunities that are given to us, but at some time at what price? And when I tell you I paid the price. So now I'm just this wonderful, dynamic, phenomenal woman who's of age, seasoned, educated, but I still have growth within me. And I can learn so much from you in this society. And I just going to stop talking right now. And I'm just so ever so grateful. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. And when I hear your voice, all I think about is a podcast. I feel like we don't have enough seasoned voices on podcasts. I feel like we have a lot of people like my age who feel like we know everything, but we don't have like seasoned voices who know life. And when I hear your voice, I hear wisdom. And I really feel like you'll have great success in having a podcast.
I want to thank you for that, because what I did at Drexel University and at Children's Hospital in the school district, you can still call transportation and you hear my voice. That's my voice. And I'm honored, but I'm also visually challenged. Like light literally consumes me. I cannot really look at it.
Well, there's
So with that being,
there's a beauty in podcasts. You don't have to have that. That's just your
oh,
voice.
I don't mind at all. But yeah, a podcast would be great. Thank you so much.
I really hope that you walk in that. I would just listen to your voice while I drive. Let's talk about life.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, but please do that. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I had to throw on my glasses for Miss Denise. I had to look cool as she was looking. I had to throw on where my glasses at? I need my glasses.
I don't know if y'all see the chat, but she has all these confirmations like, I agree, yes, let's tune in. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Miss Denise, she's gonna be doing some great things. She's already promoting the society, like, man, a lot. And she's doing it with love, and she's representing. She see the vision. You see, she said, no, it's not a platform, it's a society. You know, so she's already on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing her get to her goals and, you know, achieve everything that she desires and that she deserves. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Sounds great.
Yeah, all right. The fifth billionaire. The fifth billionaire.
Hey, what's going on, fam? How y'all doing this evening?
Amazing. Oh, brother D-Buster. Go ahead, brother. Call's yours.
I'm always talking on every call, so I didn't want to take time from everybody else, but previous mentors has always said give gratitude to those who deserve it. So I definitely wanted to raise my hand and say thank you to the young lady for spending her time with us and showing us. And the other young lady actually answered my question. Well, you answered the question about the book. Earlier today, I was thinking of what to get the women in our family for Mother's Day. And when you showed the screenshot of your book, that was confirmation that I definitely am going to get a couple copies of your book for my wife and my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my sister. So, yes.
Thank you. That's the one. When you place your order, there's a box for you to put their names of who you want an autograph to. So I'll write them a message and it'll be directly to them.
Okay, definitely. So thank you. I'm not going to hold up the call too much, but you definitely shook up the Buster household tonight, because that 50-30-20 rule don't apply over here. 50% goes to her, 20% go to bills, 30% go to the IRS. So I'm going to let her know when she get back. It's a different explanation of the 50-30-20 rule. So, but thank you. God bless you, ma'am. I'm going to keep you in my prayers that the Lord continue opening up lines and values and everything else and opportunities, and just keep on shining, because we need more individuals to show our youth on the way they need to go. So
thank you. Oh,
yes.
Outstanding. Miss Sutton. Oh, hold on. We got Queen Bowens.
I put my hand up when she put me on blast.
Yeah.
But no, you didn't sign my book. It's quite all right though. Miss Bougie Banker, you have enough time to write a very nice statement for your next book, because that's coming.
Yes, man. I'm about to send you out another one so I can get an autograph for you.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. It's okay. It's quite all right. I'm pretty sure I bought it. It took off running and did something else. So it's okay. You got me on the next book that you write, because I know you got another one coming.
Yes. Are you coming to Pro Trader?
That's a
She
funny
actually
question.
she's our event planner. She's putting it together.
Hey, yo, can you bring the book with you, please?
Okay, I will.
Let me send a new one.
Nope, you don't have to send a new one because look, you're not understanding. I'm speaking something over you. You spoke something over Denise. Now I'm speaking it over you. You got another book coming because I know that the information has updated from when you first wrote this one. So it's cool. Because I'm probably gonna forget to bring the book. So we're not even gonna hold it against you.
Okay. Thank you. Oh man.
Miss Sutton, go ahead. You unmuted, sister.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to say that I am thoroughly enjoying this session on tonight. But one thing I think everybody's overlooking, and that's your extra change. When you break a bill, save your change. Don't give it away. Don't just throw it away. I pick up change every day. I started this about, I guess, 10 years ago. I asked God to show me a way how to pay my taxes each year so that I wouldn't have to pull from the monies that I was getting. And from one January to the next January, I'm able to do that by just breaking a bill, saving the dollars. I save $400, $500, $600 in change, $200 or $300 in change a month. And I think that's something we overlook. Another thing, you know, people feel like they have to pay full price for vacations. You know, I went to Orlando, spent a whole week at a resort for $99. I was spent the whole week there. I spent $60 in renting a scooter each day that I went to the amusement park. They gave me coupons to buy my meals. I had breakfast at the resort, which was free. And so there are different ways that you can do a lot of things that can save money and make you have extra money. I never worked. I've always worked professional jobs, but I never got rich doing that. I don't think you can get rich working for someone else. So anyways, my thing is, Ms. Middleton was talking about programs for seniors. You might as well forget it. Because if you worked a job, they ain't gonna give you nothing. But if you didn't work, you slack whatever, you can get food stamp, housing, extra monies. You get a whole lot of stuff. But if you've had a job and have worked, nobody's gonna help you with anything. You're pretty much on your own. So you have to ask God to show you how you can get extra monies from the things that you're doing. And another way I do that is by paying my tithes. I tithe at my church. And I do believe it's God that's opened these windows for me. Because look at me now, I'm getting a whole month of hidden wealth training at no dollars. Who would ever knew? So I take advantage on free things. I love free stuff. Some things are not free, but some things are truly free. And it's been a pleasure to meeting you, Mr. Obey, and I hope I get to meet you in person. I don't know when, don't know how, but I hope so. And thank you so much for including me in this free lesson.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We appreciate you as well, and we here to help. And I know the Bougie Banker, she's gonna take that through. Hey, I'll be saving spare change too. So I know I'm on it. I got it. Look. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm telling you, I do. We keep the change too. Pennies, I find them on the curb. I pick them up right off the ground. Oh,
absolutely, absolutely. I was doing some volunteer work one week for a lady, and I went over, and each day I would stop at this service station. And one day I didn't have any money to put gas in, went in and pumped gas and didn't have the money. And I go, oh God, where am I going to find this money? And a voice, just like I'm talking to you, said to me, now look on the ground. I picked up $5.75. My gas was only $5.25. So I had money left over. I went to that same station every day for a solid week. I never picked up less than $1.75 every day. So money is everywhere. We just have to make ourselves available.
Yeah, that's absolutely, you're absolutely right. And we will meet. We're gonna see each other at one of these events. We're gonna definitely see each other at one of these events, and you're gonna be blown away in the Miss Middleton section.
I am. And Miss Middleton and I, we did meet and talk. We talked just about every day, but I got to get down to meet her face to face as well.
Okay. And so y'all gonna meet too. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. All right. So my wife have a question for you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hey, Raquel. I didn't necessarily have a question. I just wanted to say that I am truly grateful for your knowledge and your expertise on the financial side because, you know, it's a struggle, even though I'm a stay-at-home wife.
She don't listen to me.
I don't listen to Akil, you know. I got my own business. Everybody know queenbayhealth.com. But when it comes to budgeting my money from business,
She don't listen to me.
I don't listen to him not one. Like we need you are the intervention in the household when it comes to finances, because I'm the person that comes to him like, babe, I want to make some soap. He'd be like, all right, well, just come up with the business plan. I'd be like, I don't want to talk about the business plan. This is just the idea, you know. So I am just so grateful for you to come into this society, this what I call a sacred place where everybody can just, you know, be ourselves and not necessarily, you know, have to, like, you know, how you reached out to the brother and he was like, look, you want me to call you so we can talk about this on the back end, you know, and I like that, you know, where everybody is comfortable. So we could talk about finances, because that is like something that's really sacred, you know, like you are the epitome, like what you're doing, you're going to be saving marriages. And so I'm grateful for your knowledge and your expertise. And I just wanted to come in here and just share that with you guys. And I just can't wait to see all the educational tools that you're going to create on the platform, because listen, I'm going to be one of the students in that platform. So y'all have a wonderful evening and talk to you later.
Oh, that's a 180, Akil.
Yeah. You're gonna have to coach her. I can't. She don't listen to me. I tell her, do this. And okay, yeah, all right. And do it her own way. And then let me get your credit card. I need to do this. Let me get your credit card. All right, Brother Muhammad. I see Sister Muhammad back there. Uh-oh. Go ahead. Y'all got it. Let me mute out.
I just want to thank you so much. I agree with Queen Bay. You are definitely saving marriages up here. I did have a question regarding like savings and such. So with credit card debt, not to say that I have any, but I'm just saying, is it wise to try to save money when you have debt? You know what I mean? Like, is it wise to try to put money like into a savings account and an emergency funds account? Or should, if I had a whole lot of credit card debt, be trying to pay that off first?
So there's different school of thoughts with this, right? One school of thought would say, pay all of your debt off and then save.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the bougie school of thought. Because if you focus on using all of your money to pay down debt, when an emergency happens, you're going to go further into debt.
Right.
And then you won't be able to put money aside to invest to counteract against the debt either. So my personal belief is that I would never focus solely on paying down debt if I don't have at minimum an emergency fund. And an emergency fund is not $1,000. It's 3 to 6 months of your household expenses.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
I helped her hurt, but that's my opinion.
Much gratitude. Much gratitude.
You got husband fans now. Yeah, get him, Raquel. She asked me anything about money. I say you can call her Bougie Banker.
No,
don't do that. I don't know nothing. Call her Bougie Banker. Yeah. Now I say this, Raquel. I don't know if you all notice her background. Let me y'all hold on. Pen. Let me see. Pen. Boom. Y'all see her background. Y'all see that little dude with the soccer ball? Y'all see this book in the background? Y'all, we both. Yeah. Y'all see that book in the background? Yeah. This book, we received these books because we was givers.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we was givers. We gave to a nonprofit of our mentor, right? And I'm super excited, Raquel, because overall, we just release the knowledge or the information, on our nonprofit. We have a nonprofit. Do you all see it?
That's beautiful.
We have a nonprofit now, right? The Hidden Wealth Community Foundation. And this foundation was built and created to build our cities. Remember, y'all know the 4 phases, right? Phase 2. Phase 2 is when we build our city. Oh, we got the nonprofit for it now. And guess what? We have individuals, not just within our society, but individuals that want to join our society that are top echelons that's going to be supporting us. Owners of multi-billion-dollar corporations, including banks, ladies and gents. So when I say what we doing and where we going is the next level, so just imagine being in the city, you can't even drive a regular car. If you buy a house, it comes with a golf cart with the house, so you can drive your golf cart around the city.
I just need my butler to have a butler. I'm just playing.
Yeah, your butler to have a butler. Yes. And it's so much more that's coming. Raquel. And then I want to say this on her call because I think this right here is part of, building wealth, not just independently, because it starts independently, but then it goes to, community-wise. Independently, then it goes to community overall. So no, we just put it out into the public today. I put this same flyer you just saw on my Facebook page. Shout out to Doc for making this all come together. When it comes to anything with Hidden Wealth Society legally, he is the person that makes sure the legalities are on point to protect us and each society member, right? So we're super, super, super excited about the Hidden Wealth Community Foundation Incorporated. And we're setting up for 100 years, y'all. I told y'all it's already set. It's 100 years. Shout out to the Bougie Banker again for taking out her time. This is just a small, very small piece of what y'all gonna get. If y'all thought this was value, this is, how much was it? 0.001% of what you're gonna be teaching.
It was the intro.
It was the intro. This was the intro. The intro to the intro to the intro. So give some shouts out to the Bougie Banker. Go ahead and follow on Instagram. Go ahead and get her book. If you don't get her book right now, know it will be on the platform for sale as well in our merch store. So you'll be able to get access to that. And just know you'll be able to have access to her every single week. We're going to give the schedule out a little bit later once the platform launches. We have the schedule, but we can't drop we just don't want to overwhelm you all with so much that your head explode with excitement. All right. But just know everything is in order. Everything is in place. And the Bougie Banker is going to be delivering the goods every single week. All right.
Hey, can I do a quick ask? If you guys are on Instagram, if you just give me a quick shout in your stories, that's all I ask.
Yeah. Do it. Shout out to Bougie Banker in your stories. I already did it twice.
Right. Hold on.
On Facebook and Instagram.
I didn't get it. Do it again one more time. I'm sorry. There we go.
I gotta get my wig right.
All right. Now, if we can, Sister Keisha, if you can share the flyer real quick. Sister Keisha, you share the flyer. Then after this, we're gonna end it. I know some of y'all want to go out and party. It's Friday night. Some of y'all want to go turn up, right?
Share which flyer, Mr. Bay?
If you can share the flyers to the next events that's coming up. And I think if you don't have them, I know Queen Bowens have them. We have 2 events that's coming up. 2 events. We have the pre-pro trader, which is tomorrow at 10 p.m. tonight. It's about 15 minutes. I say 10:30. I'm going to start sending out the emails of all of those individuals that purchased their tickets to the pre-pro trader event. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send out all of those emails. It's going to be a private link, and each one of you all that purchase your ticket for $50 for the 7 hours of training tomorrow with me and Mark Goldfinger Fair on the charts, you will be receiving your emails tonight. You still have time to go ahead and get that. You can use the Eventbrite, or you can use Cash App. You can use Cash App, right? The Cash App is the okay, you're gonna use that one. Okay, you can use that Cash App right there, or that it's in the comments if you want to attend that event tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Me and Mark Goldfinger going in on the charts all day tomorrow. Then, if you want to attend the Pro Trader event, Queen Bowens, if you can unmute and give them details on the Pro Trader event.
All right. Society members. I'm going to drop the link again for the Pro Trader in July. It is a 3-day event. There are 4 ticket levels. There are some discounts that are out there depending on some things that were requested of you and or things that you participated in. So currently there's one for cruise members, and if you are a current society member, there is one that I posted in the actual society. I'll go ahead and post it again. For the pre-pro trader, there are shirts and cups for sale that I've posted in Discord. If you have questions about it, you can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, wherever you know I am at, or if you have my number, you can feel free to send me a message there. We have VIP tickets. We have gala tickets. Yes, 3-day weekends, July 28th, the 29th, and the 30th. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me and I will give you those answers.
And then outstanding. So you all know what's going on with those 2 events that's coming up. And then, of course, we will release the trip that we're going to be doing at the end of October, beginning of November. Just make sure you have your passport, y'all. Just make sure y'all have your passport. This is an event that y'all probably not gonna want to miss, a travel event, right? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna learn, but we're gonna have fun. And y'all know, if y'all ever travel with me outside the country, y'all know I have fun. I don't drink in the United States, but when I'm on vacation, I have a good time. Super, no worries, no worries, right? And I'm excited. The 1st of May, we're doing a launch. 1st of May, we're doing a launch. So make sure, if you haven't checked, if you want to get started with us, right, you can get started now. Once again, for $149.95. If you wait until May 1st, what's going to happen is you're going to have to pay $199.95. And then 28 days later, you're going to get charged $149. So I suggest you get started now, because if you get started now for $149.95, you get the rest of this month, and then you get all of next month, and you don't get charged until the end of next month or even the beginning of June. Okay, so make sure that you lock in your spots right now for the Hidden Wealth Society, okay, pre-launch, okay? But outside of that, we'll see y'all next week. Make sure if you do turn up, you turn up. Give some shots out to Sister Raquel Curtis. Again, right? Give some love. Hope y'all got the value, which I know y'all got. Sister Danielle Dunn, do you have anything before we get off of here? I don't think so. She counting all the money over there. All right, good to go. Good to go. And outside of that, y'all have a great rest of the weekend. Don't get locked up because we're not coming to bail you out at all. Brother Brian, we're gonna chop it up right after the call as well, Brother Brian. And then make sure that y'all be safe over the weekend. Be safe over the weekend. That's all I ask. Be safe over the weekend. If something just don't feel right, just go. Don't talk to nobody. Don't tell nobody you're finna leave. Just go. Just go. If you feel it in your gut, go. Okay? If you drink too much, get an Uber or give your keys to somebody that you know and trust that haven't been drinking to get you home safely. All right? So with that said, as always, peace, love, and freedom. And of course, we don't kick anybody in the pit because they already fallen. Some people are bottomless, okay? And there's nothing you could do for them. They have to do for themselves, and they have to pray to their God in which they believe in to help them through their falling, all right? But we pray for them, and we're here to help outside when they're ready for help, okay? So, but at the same time, it's going to always be, this is Sparta. And of course, Hidden Wealth Society.